Welcome back, guys. I'm gonna hop into our November update. And I say welcome back. If you're new here to the channel, welcome for the first time. I'm gonna keep this short as possible. The first thing that we did, I'll mention for our November, was that we celebrated our oldest daughter's 11th birthday. So she had a great birthday party, and I'm really steering them away from birthday parties and more towards experiences as they get older. She wanted this to be her last birthday party before she jumps into experiences, and she has a ton of them planned. This girl is like all about experiences. So it was really fun. That was an exciting time. We also took a trip to Branson, Missouri, where we went to meet another family. Amazing. We spent an entire week there getting to know them even better. This was our first time actually meeting them in person. We have been knowing each other and talking on the phone and texting and all of those things for almost 2 years. It's crazy when I think about that. I met her right here on YouTube. So it's been really awesome. So if anyone ever tells you that you can't meet friends on social media, it's not true. I've done it a couple of times and I'm so grateful for that. Those are our extra activities that we did for the month of November. Let's talk extracurricular activities. Soccer is done. Basketball is done. We are only doing gymnastics on Mondays for 1 hour for my 2 youngest daughters. And then on Tuesdays, we have homeschool band for 2 hours. And then we have started volleyball skills training for 2 hours, both on Tuesdays. That's it. Our evenings are completely free. And this mama feels so good about that. We have just been running for so long. It finally stopped like the second week of November. And it's just been so nice. I mean, my oldest daughter was just saying today, she's like, my Saturdays are like relaxing. And I'm like, yes, they are. That is how it should be for a period of time. So we are in this season right now of relaxation. We do not have basketball games every weekend and soccer games all the time and all of these practices during the week in the evenings. It's been nice to be at home in the evenings, and we get to do things that we normally would not get to do. More reading, more games, more family time, more cleaning of our home because we were lacking in that area. I will be honest. My husband and I are training for a half marathon, and we get to get up on Saturday mornings and actually go and do our run because we don't have anything else planned. It's been really nice. And I think that this is exactly where we're supposed to be. God set this up, planned it out perfectly. And now we're just in a season of really connecting with each other and relaxation and just finding new avenues to connect with each other. That's something that we've been missing because we were always on the go with those different things. Now, I'm not saying that that was a bad thing. This is a season and we're going to take full advantage of it. The next thing I'm going to do is hop into crafts. Stick with me. Even if you're not a crafting person, just hear me out. I get messages all the time that I'm not a crafty person. We don't like doing them. Crafts take too long. How do you guys get it done? All of that. We do not do crafts every day, number one. Number two, we are not stressing about our crafts. We are not Picassos over here. Like, we are not these wonderful artists and all of this. It's trial and error. Do you guys know the purpose of me always incorporating crafts is, number one, we really do enjoy it, but we enjoy it not specifically because of the specific craft. I'll be honest. We enjoy it because we get to talk to each other. We get to bond. It's relaxing for us. The conversations that go on when we are doing crafting will like blow you away. It is so much fun, the connection that we have, and it slows us down. We are literally sitting in the same spot for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Everyone is using their hands. We're talking about all different things. We're problem solving. It's just a really fun time. We do crafts that have no purpose whatsoever. And then we do crafts that are related to specific things. Like for Native American Heritage Month, we did a few crafts and I'll show you guys those. But don't make your crafts something that is so stressful. You don't have to go all out. We don't. We have a craft closet because we've grown those things over the years, but we don't go all out when it comes to our crafts. We just sit down and really enjoy ourselves. And it's kind of just evolved into this family thing that we really like doing. So I'm going to show you some of the crafts that we did. Just hang out with me so I can show you how simple they are, the materials and everything. And hopefully this will encourage you to just kind of incorporate crafts, even if you only do it like once a month, twice a month. Just give yourself an opportunity to do it and sit down and bond with your children. I will say too that when I don't sit down and do the crafts with my girls, they don't like that. They don't like having to do the crafts by themselves. They always want me to join in with them. Majority of the time I do, but there are times where I'm doing other things and I just kind of oversee what they're doing. But we make this a family affair. Okay, one of the crafts that we recently just did, which was related to our history curriculum, and it was Native American Heritage Month, were these teepees. Super simple, y'all. Like, this is so easy. What we did, we had these skewers. They are skewers for like if you're grilling. We had those already. We had some fabric that I'm not sure why, but it was in our closet, and paper and a glue gun. That's it. It took us longer to figure out how to get the paper to mold to the outside than anything, but it was fun for us to do. Here's some other ones. We used felt on both of these. Super simple. We talked about teepees. We had an opportunity to go into an actual teepee. It just really brought that whole Native American living and what that looks like to life. And it was just a simple, fun little craft. The next craft that we did was we made corn husk dolls. This is the baby of the family. But we just made a ton of these. So much fun. I have never, not that I can remember, ever made corn husk dolls. We each made like 2 of them. Very, very easy to do. It did not take long. I think it took longer to soak the corn husk in warm water, which was like 10 minutes, than it actually took us to do these. Her arms are off. Very simple. We talked about the corn husk doll, talked about some history related to it. Boom, bam, we're done. Like, we were finished with this activity. You guys know I'm always going to like the Dollar Tree, just trying to find little rinky dink, is what I call them, craft projects, just something easy for us to do. The girls made these. They colored these little sun catchers. Y'all, this was so easy. We had these from last year. Such an easy thing to do. This was Mallory's, Maggie's, and Brenna's. They're going to the trash, y'all. I'm gonna throw them away. But we had fun doing this, and they remember, and it was fun, and it took up some time. That's it. Other things that we did. These, I got these from the dollar store also. This one says, give thanks. We have another one that says, hello fall, and happy harvest. They just painted. They painted these, and we listened to a read aloud at the same time. Boom, that was a 2-for-1. We got a craft and a read aloud in, and they had fun, and they got their painting fix. Easy. Some other things that we did, we actually did this while we were out of town, is we made porcupines just like this. Super easy. Do y'all know what this is? This is toothpicks that were colored, and then we had the shape of the porcupine, some white construction paper, black construction paper, and some glue. It was so easy. And this was one of the kits that we got from the library. So along with that kit, it gave us a little story about the porcupine quills, which was not true, but it was a cute little story. Here are the instructions. And we also watched a video by the Wildcrats, I think it is, a video about different types of porcupines. It was like a 3-minute video. Super, super easy. We don't have to stress about it. And guess what? This is going to the trash too. They each made one. It's trash. Like, it's not even anything that's like a major keepsake or anything. It's just something fun that we did, and it was done and over. Now these we will keep, but this was a part of our art curriculum that we've been using, but the girls used watercolors. This is Mallory's, and she decided to do a house. Very cool. Brenna did this one, and then Magdalene did this one. I'm in love. This is a huge progression for Maggie. Love, love, love it. She did her glasses. It was really fun. So those we will keep. They have dates on the back of them. They will put them in their keepsake bins that each of the girls has in their closets. And they can look back on that 10, 15 years from now and say, I did this. But majority of the crafts that we do, we will not keep them. We will probably keep one. Each of them can keep one corn husk doll. But that's it. Simple, simple thing. So I hope that encouraged you to do some crafts and just really enjoy it. Moving on. One of the books that my oldest daughter read recently, which was given to us, she has this fascination with the Titanic. And so she was able to go to the Titanic Museum when we went out of town to Branson. I have been before. She's actually been before, but she was really young. She was like 4, so she didn't remember. But this book, let me grab it. This book that she did, oh my gosh, it is awesome. So it's like an activity book. It's called Escape This Book Titanic. There are 2 other books, Escape This Book Tombs of Egypt and Escape This Book Race to the Moon. And it is an activity book. And as you can see, there's pages that are torn out, It has different activities for her to do. She had to go through this book as a passenger, a crew member, and a stowaway to figure out her destiny based on the Titanic. I would encourage anyone, if you have a child who's interested in the Titanic or Egypt or the moon, I wish they had more. They only have these 3 to grab this book. So I thank you, Jennifer, for this, because she went through it 3 times and she loved it. And she wants me to get the other ones. So this was a really cool book. This stood out for me for this month as far as books. We've been reading tons and tons of books. I could not share all of the books that we've been reading. A ton of them, and have loved majority of them. Okay, I'm moving on now to electives. My oldest daughter was supposed to be doing cooking, and then my baby girl or middle daughter is supposed to be doing jewelry making. We have been doing more cooking. Everybody has been doing cooking, but that's normal. It's that time of season, so cooking is happening. It's working out great. Everyone's getting in the kitchen. We're all participating. We've made quite a few things. We've made quiche. We've made, let's see, I don't know, I can't think of it, but just in everyday prep and what we're doing, the girls are really getting in there and they're growing. We have an 11 and 9-year-old, and it's like, it's time. Like, for you guys to make more than grilled cheese sandwiches and peanut butter and jelly. Like, let's get in there and cook. And they're excited about doing it. So it's really not a hassle. Everyone's learning, and I get to like sit and give instructions or help here and there just to see them grow in that area has been really nice. So as far as jewelry making, and that being my middle baby girl's second 9-week elective, we haven't done a whole lot of jewelry making. I think she's done 2 things. We're gonna keep doing that because I know that it's something that she loves. But right now she's really gravitating toward the cooking, and I'm okay with that. My oldest daughter is okay with it as well, in that it's supposed to be her elective, but everyone's getting adequate time in the kitchen. One thing that I am going to implement for them is that they help with the meal planning, that they get to pick a couple of meals per week when I'm sitting down for meal planning that they want to oversee. And this will be for long term, not just for this 9 weeks. This is helping them learn how to meal prep and plan, because that's really important for us in this household. And if they grow up and they have families, all of that, it's going to be needed. It is a huge benefit to do it. They're going to get an opportunity to just plan and do all of those types of things, do grocery shopping, everything. So the cooking is going really, really good. The jewelry making, not so great, but we'll get to it. I'm not worried. All right, let's talk about curriculum. I am not going to go into detail about every single thing that we are doing right now for curriculum. If you want to know about that, make sure you check down in the description to get our October update, and I will also link it at the end of this video. But then also, if you're wanting to know what we're doing for the month of December as far as schooling goes, check out our winter homeschool update. I will link that down below and link that also at the end of the video, so you can just click right on it and go for it. If you're interested in seeing how our December goes and any changes that I'm making for second semester, be sure to subscribe while you're here. If you like what you see, subscribe, share, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, give me some love. I would really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you get something out of these videos. So let's talk about curriculum. Everything has been the same. What I'm going to share with you is changes that I'm possibly going to be making for the second semester and why. Currently, I am hunting for, and I mentioned this in my October update, a handwriting curriculum for my youngest daughter. She has completed the Good and the Beautiful's level K. I don't quite want to send her up to level 1 just yet. She needs more practice. I'm just gonna be honest. She just needs a little bit more practice, but she doesn't like the Good and the Beautiful's because there's a lot of coloring and a lot of fluff, and she's just not there at that age. And my older girls love it. However, she does not care for it. So I don't want to keep putting her in that if that's not what she's interested in. So help me out. If you know of a really good handwriting curriculum for kindergarten, please let me know. Put that down in the comments, because I'm exploring all options right now. The next thing is that we are finishing up our literature study right now. And in this process, I have discovered, which before this, my oldest daughter really enjoys writing, and she enjoys creative writing, all of these different stories. She loves drawing all the pictures. We have been using the writing strands. We have not used it probably in 2 or 3 months because we've been doing our literature study. But my plan was to go back to that after we finish the literature study. However, I am leaning toward not doing so because I feel that even though that is a really good curriculum, Master Books Writing Strands is a great curriculum for writing, it does not suit both of my daughters. Would I love to keep both of them in the same writing curriculum? Yes. However, in doing so, I am either holding one of my daughters back from her creative writing aspect and research that she loves to do, or I'm forcing my other daughter to meet that expectation. And I don't want to do either of those. So in that thought process, I'm thinking that I may need 2 separate writing curriculums, which is more work on this mama, but it is worth it for my girls to feel confident and be able to grow in writing individually the way that they both need to. So another thing, if you guys can help me out, if you have any writing curriculum suggestions, Please let me know. Put that down in the comments. I am on the hunt right now. Creative writing, research, and then basic writing, but still for a person who really doesn't love writing. So help me out with that one. Another curriculum change that I'm considering is Wordly Wise vocabulary. My girls do enjoy Wordly Wise, but if you are familiar with it, there are only 20 lessons. That is 20 weeks. That is a little more than half of a school year. We school all year, so that's half of a year for us if the girls are doing it every week, which typically they do. I want to have them continue, but I don't necessarily want to move my 5th grader to the 6th grade Wordly Wise, and then within her 6th grade year, she'll go to 7th grade Wordly Wise. I just think that there's some value in just kind of learning more words. So I am looking for a different vocabulary curriculum that once they finish the 20 weeks of Wordly Wise, they can switch to something else. It adds more variety in. I have seen the 180 days of vocabulary. That is also an option. It's a little bit longer though, but that is where I am with the Wordly Wise. We do enjoy it. The girls like it. They love the passages and they're learning so much, and they use those words all the time. They're like, I learned that in my Wordly Wise passage, or I learned that doing my vocabulary in Wordly Wise. It's really funny. And I love that. So that means that they are holding on to it. So I do see the value in it. I just want to give them a little bit of a change and something that they can use all year long. Another curriculum change, I'll say change. It's working. It's not necessarily a change, but it's working for us. Winston Grammar, my 4th grader is using Winston Grammar. I have not done a flip through of it, and I will. She absolutely loves it. Comes with these cards. She can use her hands. It has been hands down like the best thing for grammar for her. However, she can move through it pretty fast. We have the basic book, and then we also have the supplement. Each one of those comes with 12 questions. There are 30 lessons within this book. So what I've been having her do is just simply 4 questions a day from both of those books, which stretches her out to almost 2 weeks. But she can go a lot faster, and she's doing amazing at it. So I don't want to hold her back if she's doing really good at it. I want her to keep going. But once that is over, the next level will be too high for her. So I need to find another grammar curriculum that she can use. I do have some options here that I'm kind of toying with, and we'll see if that's an option. But I just wanted to focus on grammar, not anything else. We have split up all of our language arts parts, so it's not vocabulary or spelling. It's not writing. It is just simply grammar, parts of speech for sentences, and that is it. So I'm on the hunt for something that will work for her. She is a hands-on girl, and I believe that she can still use her cards. If I get something similar to Winston Grammar, that she'll still be able to use her cards because she really loves that and do things on the whiteboard. I hope y'all enjoyed this update. As I said before, if you want to see what we did in October and what we are planning for December, make sure you check out these videos.